Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, Marvel has been known to do some absolutely insane things with its characters, and the latest edition of Hawkeye is none other than that, because yes, the future plans for Marvel just in time for Columbus Day, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, the irony of that is to turn Marvel's Hawkeye into a non-binary Indian protester of the access pipelines. Yes, boys and girls, uses they, them pronouns, and even talks down to Captain America. And on top of all of that, the origin story that they give this individual out here that they find is absolutely insane and gives you a prime example of what we have in the modern Marvel era out there. And shout out to Cosmic Book News as well, Matt McGloin, as well as Bounding Into Comics and Spencer McCooley for bringing all of this information together for us, because I did see this on Cosmic Book News as well first thing this morning. But Marvel, of course, Bounding Into Comics has some wonderful extra information on here as well. So we're going to check out both of these articles, give you the entire breakdown of what the future plans for Marvel's Hawkeye actually will end up being, and exactly how that's going to affect things going forward, and how absolutely insane all of this is. Let's laugh, let's ridicule, let's make fun of and mock these people, because that's what we love to do around here. But before we do, if you do enjoy our content, hit that like button, share it with all your friends, and subscribe or follow if you have not already, boys and girls, because we are grinding, we are growing around here, and I could not do that without every single one of you. Also, if you'd like to help support this channel, please check out the links in the description down below. This is my full-time job, and I could not do that without every single one of you. Also, let us know what you think about all of this in the comment section down below. Does that surprise you in any way, shape, or form? These are the future plans for Marvel going forward with the Hawkeye character out there. And obviously, let us know what you think about that down below if this surprises you in any way, shape, or form. Plus, it helps with the algorithm. So, from boundingintocomics.com, Marvel Comics, the Ultimates writer, confirms new Ultimate Hawkeye uses they-them pronouns in honor of the queer and two-spirit organizers who protested the Dakota Access Pipeline. Yes, it's great. And yes, woke non-binary Indian, as Cosmic Book News puts it as well. So Marvel Comics writer Denez Camp has confirmed that not only does his newly introduced incarnation of the Ultimate Hawkeye use the they-them pronouns, but also that the aspect of the purple-clad archer was inspired by the queer and two-spirit organizers who organized protests against the Dakota Access Pipeline. We'll get into his full statement here in just a little bit. But making their debut in the fifth and latest issue of Camp's The Ultimates, this new incarnation of Hawkeye is not Clive Barton, but rather a young Native American named Charlie Ramsey, who, rather than being explicitly gifted the bow by Tony Stark as part of his plan to kickstart Earth 6160's superhuman population, instead picked up the weapon and title after Clint of Earth 6160, rejected the offer, and tossed the equipment in the trash. Yes, that's right, boys and girls. The Hawkeye you've known and loved decides to no longer be a hero and simply throw away his responsibilities and quit. Oh, well, we know why they do that now, don't they? It's not because they want to represent Hawkeye in his proper form in any way, shape, or form, or show us what kind of great hero he can be. No, it's because they want to use the mantle to pass down to somebody else, because they don't think an Indian character like this on their own can stand, and that people will actually accept them. No, just like they're doing with Captain America, Brave New World, because apparently New World Order was just too much of a hit on the head. Literally, it's nothing more than them being passed down someone else's leftovers, somebody's old stuff, because they don't believe their character can stand on their own. So drawing the Ultimate, so this is absolutely hilarious. Drawing the Ultimate's attention due to his continued attacks on Roxanne's various oil operations. Yes, boys and girls, this guy is an eco-terrorist. There is no doubt about that in any way, shape, or form. This is the exact same kind of guys who go out there and destroy, I don't know, city zoos, release all the animals out there to go insane. These are the exact same kind of people that would stick explosives inside of trees out there to prevent logging companies actually injuring and murdering people. Yes, this guy out there is going out there, and is one of my dear sweet friends out there, Griffin pointed out in the chat while we record these live every day, the current Marvel for you. Hi, this person blows up millions of dollars of equipment, causes fuel and heat shortages, causes price increases for millions, kills people. What a hero! Yes, boys and girls. And you'd think, is Captain America going to come in there and chastise him? Oh, no, 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 no. His continued attacks on Roxanne's various oil operations, Hawkeye's explosive activism eventually lands him in a one-on-one meeting with Captain America, who intercepts the quote-unquote hero immediately after they completed blowing up one of said company's refinery sites. As a guy that has a lot of friends and family that work in refineries out there, I wonder how many people they literally murdered doing this out there. And yes, we're using their pronouns. Following a brief exchange of blows and ideals, Captain eventually reveals to Hawkeye that the reason he approached them was to not take back the weapons or shut down their mission. No, but rather make sure the bow had ended up in the hands of a true hero. Yes, boys and girls, this is the current state of Disney Marvel out there and how they feel the Hawkeye character should be represented as an eco-terrorist blowing up oil refineries. Boy, that's just not activism in any way, shape, or form. Boy, isn't that heroic? Isn't that something you want your children to look up to? To this end, before departing back to the Ultimates HQ, Cap and Hawkeye team up to both fight back against and escape from a Roxanne security team. Oh, you mean the people that should arrest you and hold you for the authorities for the destruction of their property and all of the injuries you caused their employees. Oh, yes, but it's not just to represent that kind of view. We know now why exactly what to do, because it was because of his own personal politics, ladies and gentlemen. And here's just a wonderful line that shows just such great respect to Captain America. Cap says, "Hey, is your spirit name really Charlie Hawkeyes? Poof, you white people believe anything. You white people believe anything." You're talking to Captain fucking America! The one guy that Deadpool himself says, "I will never question an order from." That when Captain tells you to do something, you shut up and do it. Because he's Captain fucking America. You know, Steve Rogers, the Boy Scout. But no, that's okay. This is the bestest Hawkeye ever because he's a queer, non-binary eco-terrorist. So he can talk to Captain America, the stupid white man, however he wants. Well, it goes on to give us our statement. So according to Ramsey, Charlie Ramsey, the creator of this character, the Disney Marvel employee, I guess there's been a lot of talk from Matt McGloin over here at Cosmic Book News for some reason. I wonder who a lot of the talk's from. Maybe Charlie and all of his woke weirdo friends? I wonder where those conversations are coming from. I guess there's been a lot of talk, for some reason, about the gender of Charlie Ramsey. So the character's creator took to X when he researched the water protectors of Standing Rock, where apparently queerness is important to them, who serve as an inspiration for the comic. Oh, color me shocked there. The psychopaths out there protesting the Dakota Access Pipeline, the thing that would have replaced the old leaky pipeline that was causing a lot of environmental damage, were a bunch of queer, two-spirit, LGBTQ mafia soup people. Color me shocked there. It's almost like they're all the exact same people doing this no matter what segment of the world it's in. Whether it's entertainment, whether it's politics, whether it's your local library. It's all the exact same people. It's almost like it's a mob. So this is what Charlie Ramsey's explanation is for his queer, non-binary, better than the original Hawkeye and talks down to white people and Captain America. There's been a lot of questions about Charlie's gender, and I'm wary to talk about this stuff outside of the book itself. Not so wary that you didn't decide to push it out there on social media. It feels a bit like cheating, but I know it means a lot to people. Oh, yes. That new audience that doesn't pay the bills, that doesn't show up to watch your TV shows like Star Wars The Acolyte, which got canceled, that doesn't buy your toys, which is why they all end up at Ollie's and why Marvel Comics are getting beat by literally Transformers at this point. Yeah. So I wanted to make a comment. Of course you did, because you just couldn't hold it in. You just had to tell the world where this person's genitalia goes because it's just so important to you. When I did my research into the water protector's standing rock, something that was emphasized again and again was in the importance of queer and two-speed organizers to the movement. Yes, not about protecting the environment, not about taking care of things, not about actually making a better world for everybody. No, no, no. They're queer and two-spirit personalities, or the demons that are currently possessing them and influencing them. I wanted to put that into the book. So yes, Charlie's pronouns are they, them. I didn't want to make a big deal of it because it's not in the book itself. Then why bother commenting it at all? Unless you just couldn't help and tell the whole world that your new Hawkeye likes dudes. Oh, wait, doesn't really know what he likes because he's non-binary. I didn't want them to make a big deal of it because it's not in the book itself. And because I don't think Charlie would make a big deal out of it in context. But we'll make this explicit when it's natural to the narrative. Uh-huh. I'm sure it'll probably be in the next issue. And I love Matt's conclusion here. As I tweeted, and I blasted them, all my Indian friends absolutely despise all of this woke BS. I'm from Buffalo, where there's a lots of Indian people. The Senecas are big here with their casinos. They can't stand the non-binary woke pronoun nonsense. They also hate it when schools and sports teams remove Indian names and mascots. This really is a Joker week. Wow. And like I said at the beginning of this, just in time for Columbus Day, boys and girls, Marvel decides to take one of their most beloved characters, one of the most wonderful kind of B-rate level, ground level kind of superheroes that has become an absolute mainstay and become a great face of the current Disney MCU out there. And what do the comics do? They decide to go out there and introduce the new Hawkeye in the Ultimates universe because they're supposed to be the bestest ever as a woke, non-binary Indian with they-them pronouns who's nothing more than an eco-terrorist who talks down to Captain fucking America and blows up oil refineries, of course raising the heating costs of the absolute lowest among us, causing even more problems, devastation, and destruction all along the way. But hey, big evil's oil, boys. Big oil's evil, boys and girls, and they have to be taken down at no cost. And by God, if Marvel hasn't turned into nothing but a freaking mouthpiece for the spirit of the age, I don't know what to tell you, boys and girls. This is just another prime example of why they have turned into a disastrous dumpster fire. They have decided to, of course, capitulate to an audience that simply does not exist in enough of a numbers to keep them sustainable in any way whatsoever. That's why we see Disney, that's why we see so many other companies abandoning this ideology out here because it has failed time and time again. And guess what, Marvel Comics? You are doing the exact same thing to yourself. I cannot wait to see the disastrous dumpster fire of sales for this, and I cannot wait till you launch off a spin-off of your new Hawkeye non-binary they-them eco-terrorist, because that will be a hilarious disaster of a dumpster fire. And at the end of the day, you did it to yourselves, and you get exactly what you deserve.